The weather this time of year in the South, perfect. Fall football weather. And we've got the roof wide open here at Mercedes-Benz Stadium in the heart of Georgia. Today we hit double digits, week 10, and we've got a good one in store. As it'll be the Minnesota Vikings taking on the Atlanta Falcons. The kicker, Will Reichard, has the ball on the tee. And we are underway here on EA Sports. And he returns this to the 22.
First down 10 at their own 22-yard line. Ready, break.
A run for the first time with Bijan Robinson. And he will lose yardage on the play. Back at his own 19-yard line. Call it officially a loss of 2 on the first play from scrimmage. Second down.
At the 19-yard line.
They'll run again here with Robinson. And again, the run defense stout this time. He maybe gets back to the line of scrimmage, but no more. You look at this defense for the Vikings. They've certainly had their struggles against the run at the 30th ranked unit out of 32 teams in the NFL.
And when people talk about facing a challenge, they are certainly getting one in this ball game because they're facing the #1 rushing unit in the NFL, which means it's going to be a contest they've got to be prepared for from the first snap.
That was their first third down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key third down throws.
So the punt rolls out of bounds, and they'll have pretty good field position here up near the 40-yard line.
At their own 37-yard line.
So good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 37. Throwing is McCarthy. And right away, he lost the football. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble.
Recovered by the offense. Here we go. Hawk 70, Hawk 70. Come back to you. Come back. 70 range. 70 range.
Now McCarthy. Now he'll tuck this and run. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's second down.
You know what I like about that play? He didn't try to do too much on first down. He took what the defense gave him, put together a solid game to bring up second and manageable. Now they have a couple of plays to pick up just a few yards and a new set of downs.
Ball spotted at the 45. Here's 2nd and 3. Here's McCarthy. And that nearly an interception here on this opening drive, but he gets a reprieve. It's 3rd down.
Those are the ones you dream of as defenders. I think if he gets eyes on the ball a little bit earlier, he might come away with it. Instead, it's going to wind up as just an incomplete pass.
McCarthy, he'll set to throw it. To the right side, catch made by Ibuka. And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 33. 12 yards on 3rd down as the drive rolls on. Solid opening drive so far, Charles. They've moved this football into field goal range, but you know that they want to cap this off with 6 and not 3.
Absolutely. As one of the better coaches in the league always tells me, on offense, I want their body blows all game long and finish it with uppercuts. Well, here are the body blows right now. He's hoping in one uppercut will take care of the end of this drive.
To the air with McCarthy. Looking middle, and he's got Ibuka. And he gets gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. That's good for a first down, his second catch of the opening drive.
What a drive this has been, just chewing up the yardage, and here's one of their best plays yet as they finally get down into the red zone and look to finish this off with 6.
Counting down toward the midway point in quarter one. From the shotgun, McCarthy. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And the Vikings are going to be set up with a first and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1.
It's all pretty simple sometimes, isn't it? Go where the defenders are not, and he does exactly that. Makes a nice catch to move the chains. Defense, got to find a better way of accounting for the shorter routes that are being run against them.
And that one's going to be off target and incomplete. Down this close to the goal line, first down. Surprised that wasn't a run?
I am, and you know I'm old school. I want to run the ball on first down in this situation because second down, that gives me an option of running play action and maybe throwing it.
19, Panthers 6, 60 Maverick, 60 Maverick, Warriors 17, Mustang 19.
Down Minnesota. Ken Walker, his second touchdown on the season. And the Vikings get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. John Harbaugh thought about it, and now his guys are going to go for the two-point conversion.
The Vikings will line up for the two-point conversion.
And now a timeout defensively by the Falcons. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. The Vikings leave the offense on the field as they're going to line up and go for 2.
Dragon 6, 18 Rattler, 18 Rattler. Trap 60, trap 60.
McCarthy going to look to throw for it. This is caught. Was he in? Yes. 2 points. So they go with a pass, and it works there on the two-point try. Charles, just in general, what are your thoughts passing versus running on two-point conversion? Situational?
It is situational, and you have to know your team. What is your strength? Because so many people think you have to throw the ball in a two-point conversion, but the stats will tell you that running it is about as proficient. So know your team and go to your strength.
And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return.
31-yard line.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. 4-4 their record through 8 games on the season. Would you say that this team has overperformed, underperformed, or they're kind of right where you thought that they would be?
Do you mind if I say yes, yes, and yes? Because ultimately to me, 4-4 is about where they should be because we've seen weeks where they've been really, really good. They've looked terrific. Other weeks where we've wondered just how good is this team. They want to be consistent in their play, not consistently inconsistent, which is what they've been thus far.
On second down, another shot for Robinson. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
Here's 3rd and 3.
19 Tiger.
Robinson will try to pick it up. And it was a stiff arm there that freed him enough to get the first before he's tackled. Give him 6 yards, and they do convert on 3rd. The Falcons at 500 now, 4-4 on the year, and they come in off the extended break from the bye.
And I think it was much needed as well because you play 2.5 months. You know you're ready for some time off in order to get prepared for the home stretch. In fact, when they looked at the schedule to start the season, I think they liked where their open week fell.
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down. You look at this defense for the Vikings. They've certainly had their struggles against the run at the 30th ranked unit out of 32 teams in the NFL.
The numbers are definitely not in their favor, but every time I click on the film and watch them, I see stretches where they play against the run really well. Their biggest problem, when they give up those explosive runs, those 30, 40, 50-yard runs, that'll really mess up your averages.
On third down, Robinson. And Robinson will not get there. Great defense at the point of attack, going to stop him short of the first.
No gain on the play.
Back now in Atlanta's second quarter action. The Falcons with the football, as they've got it with a fourth down coming up.
Ready, break.
They'll run for it with Robinson. And they are going to stop him on 4th and 1 as they'll wind up going backwards. He needed a yard. He didn't get anything. And the Vikings, they have the football now in excellent field position.
60 Eagles, 60 Eagles. 60 Mavericks, 7 Pirates, 7 Pirates.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And this one incomplete. Threw it down at the feet of his receiver. Maybe a little over-anxious in the pocket there. He just didn't look comfortable on that throw.
No, he didn't, because it wasn't his normal fluid delivery. And I think you might have had it right. Wasn't really confident with what he saw downfield and almost felt like he wanted to pull that one back.
Hawk 7, Hawk, Buffalo 18, 60 Bobcat, 60 Buck, Mustang 19. Dragon 60, Warrior 70. Hey, smash.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. Addison hauls it in. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
That's tough to play zone defense where they can just curl up right there in front of you.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, we talk about finding the soft spot. Defensively, how do you make sure they don't find the soft spot like they did there?
Tough to do, because what they normally will do is run routes that'll pull you out of that spot they want to get into. That's what we call not taking the cheese, right? Don't go for the mousetrap. But it's hard to do, because when you see a guy cutting that in that direction, you tend to go towards him. How about this defense? They came up with a couple big plays in this sequence, and none better than the one right there, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
Too long for a field goal, too short to punt that in-between range, and they'll go for it on 4th down. And it is caught, and he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. They go for it on 4th down, and it pays off big time as they pick up 29.
1st and 10 at the 12-yard line.
Again, he'll drop to throw. Now he's going to step up and run. Touchdown, Vikings! Emeka Egbuka. A 12-yard touchdown grab. And the Vikings go up by 2 touchdowns.
The catch and the touchdown, they were the end result of a terrific route run by the receiver.
John Harbaugh thought about it, and now his guys are going to go for the 2-point conversion.
Will line up for the 2-point conversion.
79 Broncos. Check. Cup 19. Cup 19 Lion. Ready.
They'll look to throw. And they're going to get it. That one's caught. And now the lead moves to 16-0.
Falcons, nothing. Will Reichard to kick off for
Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings boom it away. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line.
At their own 21-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. Coming off every player's friend, the open week from last weekend.
Oh, there's no doubt about that. Even if you're coming off of a loss as they did,
The open week is exactly what you need after you kind of get over it a little bit, right? Rest up the mind, rest up the body.
And what a return as he brings this one all the way back to the 25-yard line. Well, that one was in the air for an agonizingly long time.
Just begging to be picked off, wasn't it? It's one thing if you're throwing a ball like that, trying to throw someone open or lead them into an area. But that ball needed to be thrown with a lot more conviction. As a result, it's an easy interception.
Throwing to start the drive. McCarthy. Touchdown! Jordan Addison, a 24-yard touchdown. And the Vikings continue to pull away here in this first half. Well, just a sensational start for this offense, Charles. 3 drives, 3 passing touchdowns.
Is that like mentioning a perfect game in baseball, or are we cool to do it here in football, partner?
No, I think you can do it here in football. I think perfect game in baseball, that's its own category.
Yeah, I think you're right about that. Could not imagine a worse start for that secondary, or let's face it, a better one for this offense. No chance to stop passing now.
And he's going to go down. Can't get rid of it. So a sack on the 2-point try.
22. Falcons, nothing.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Atlanta off for their next drive. Action on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
1st and 10 at the 30.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up. From the shotgun, it's Penix. Going for Kyle Pitts again. He's got it again.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
The Falcons on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. Again, it's Robinson. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving.
Even though they gave up more than they wanted to on that play, it actually illustrates how well they bottled them up throughout the game, because that was his longest run of this contest.
Now Penix. Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. It looks like a loss of right around 11 there on 1st down to set him back on 2nd. Now they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. To the air, Penix. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here.
They've given him some different looks here defensively in the early going. He's only hit 2 of his first 5 passes. With a big 3rd down coming up, he's hoping he's got a play dialed up that can take advantage of whatever the defense throws at him.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Ball had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
Not many boos just yet from this home crowd, but they may be starting soon, as I'm starting to detect an uneasy murmur through this crowd. This offense, they've been lifeless in this first half. And now here's another punting situation and a 4th down.
They'll go for it. Here's Penix. Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining.
Trap 60. Set. Cowboy 80.
Throwing to start the drive. McCarthy. Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
That was nice work there defensively to force incompletion. Now, even though this drive started in plus territory, they're still not in field goal range yet. So they can work towards another couple of stops and not allowing that turnover to hurt.
Throw left side, taken in by Jefferson. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39.
And it's third down.
First down marker at the 31. It's third down.
Head to 60. Head to 60.
Now a first carry here for the running back. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. Got what they needed there. The drive continues with a 9-yard pickup.
That's quite a spot there for his first carry of the game, but obviously they had plenty of faith in him, didn't they?
No question about it. And here, why not go with the fresh legs? Able to push forward, pick up that first.
Go, Rick. Go.
And they'll run. It's Ken Walker. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Those are the plays this defense needs with the deficit they're facing.
It certainly is, and they've got to continue to swarm the football and hope that someone, while they're holding up the ball carrier, can get in there and rake it and lock it free. They need to get some takeaways as well.
Go.
Sticking with Walker on second down. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
That was a good run, and it got to the second level. And what I mean by that is that's where the linebackers usually play. First level being the defensive front, last level being the secondary. But the strong safety position ended up making the tackle, and oftentimes we call them a hybrid. Combination defensive back, combination linebacker. We saw the linebacker make the stop.
And he will have the first down across the 20 to the 19-yard line. Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Throw out wide to Walker. And the Vikings are going to be set up with a first and goal coming up as they get him down at the 6-yard line. The Vikings going to use their third and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. Slot man moves right. Operating from the gun, McCarthy. And he's going to be dropped. Back at the 15-yard line. First down, a bit of a disaster, and now on second and goal, back even further.
Second down and goal.
A final shot before break. McCarthy. And it's caught in the end zone for the Viking touchdown by Justin Jefferson. A great effort there as time expires in the first half. And the Vikings will extend their lead on the final play of the half. And now this will be the final play of the half, as with no time remaining, they'll try and add 2 more to the lead right before intermission. A final shot before break. McCarthy. And unable to connect. They don't get the 2-point conversion here.
28. Falcons, nothing.
And how about this right out of the locker room? An onside kick attempt. The Vikings have to like their position. They've got the lead. They get this football as well as we are back and underway for the second half. A very interesting call and one that backfires. I know they're losing, Charles, but boy, to start the second half with the onside kick, risky.
Felt like a sense of urgency from their side, coupled with, you and I both know the special teams coordinators, they sell their key plays each and every week to the head coach, don't they? And I'll guarantee he's been selling this one. We can get it, coach, we can get it. And that came together with that sense of urgency you talked about.
They'll start the third quarter here on the ground. He's got it to the 43 here.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
Second and 6. Looking for his tight end on the corner. It's complete. They'll get this one down near the 20-yard line. Just shy of the 20.
So first and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material.
Henderson, 19 Lion. Dragon 60. Ready.
Operating from the gun. McCarthy got his man complete over the middle. It's Walker. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
From down at the 12, it's first and 10.
Go! 60 back at Bronco, Buffalo 18. 7 Pirates, 18, Pioneer.
Looking to throw. McCarthy to the end zone, but it's incomplete.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
Here's second and 10.
79 Bronco. Let's go. Cowboy 80. Mustang 19. 65. Warrior 70.
Sticking with a pass, here's McCarthy.
He's got his man. It's taken in for a Viking touchdown.
Emeka Egbuka.
His second touchdown of the game, giving him 12 on the season.
And the Vikings open the lead up to 34-0.
Extra point right down the middle. And that makes this 35-0 now.
For the Vikings.
And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line.
Well, the disparity in this game, it just seems to grow with each possession here, Charles. They are really struggling. They have not put up a single point, and on the other side, the points keep piling up and up and up.
So you know the frustration level has to be rising, right? So they've got to find a way to quell that, because otherwise they certainly won't get anything done in this one. Keep diving deeper into the offensive playbook, but bottom line is don't quit competing.
And looking to throw, Penix.
He'll let this go for the end zone. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. Kyle Pitts, 43 yards. And the Falcons are able to claw one back. Point after, right down the middle. And that'll cut the lead down a bit to 28.
Falcons 7.
I guess the last score wasn't enough for them. They want more. Here comes an onside kick. And they've got it. They recovered it. But hang on now, though. There's a penalty flag down.
Well, CD, you understand. I mean, they're so eager trying to get back in this game here in the fourth quarter, but they touched that one a little too early before it went 10 yards.
Brandon, in such a high-stakes scenario, everyone's feeling the pressure on this play. The special teams coordinator, which one is he going to pick in terms of kicks? Can the kicker execute it? Can the team wait for 10 yards? So many variables, and in this case, they didn't get it done.
Up the middle they run. It's Walker.
And he finds a little bit of room, enough for 4 yards. It'll be second down.
The way things have gone in this one, the running game's been something of an afterthought, and that's not been too bad for them, has it?
Yeah, the offensive returns have been good, but I guess we figured he in the ground game would be a bit more involved.
Now a 2nd and 6.
Let's go now.
On play action. Now McCarthy. And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down.
Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Blitz coming, and down he goes.
Jalen Walker make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. And keep in mind, in addition to the 2 sacks that he now has, CD, he's also had a couple of quarterback hurries. He's been very disruptive.
To put it mildly, and it reminds me of the time I asked an offensive tackle who struggled like this in a game. He said he was telling the coach, hey, what do you want me to do? This guy's just eating me alive. And the coach finally just looked at him and said, applause.
And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30.
And the Vikings, first down.
70 Lions.
First and 10 at the 27-yard line.
70 Lions. 19 Panthers. 18. 7 Pirates. 7 Pirates. Steady.
On 1st down, he'll drop to throw.
And this one right back into the hands of Jefferson.
And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal.
At the 3-yard line.
Buffalo 18.
Throwing is McCarthy. And it's caught in the end zone for the Viking touchdown by Justin Jefferson.
A great play there with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Vikings have taken a 5-touchdown lead.
John Harbaugh thought about it, and now his guys are going to go for the 2-point conversion.
The Vikings will line up for the 2-point conversion.
They'll try and throw for it. And this one incomplete. So they went for the 2. They don't get it.
Score Vikings 41, Falcons 7. Will Reichard to kick off.
Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings boom it away.
And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. Right now, Charles, it just feels like they're trying to keep pace. They did score the touchdown last time out, but they still trail by double digits here. We'll see if this offense is once again up to the task.
Yeah, and I think that after the last drive, they've gotten pretty revved up, don't you think? Everything they were doing was working pretty well. They go back out there with the same mindset, play at the same tempo and the same pace. Still a lot of time left to make something happen in this one.
Under pressure, and they got to him again. They push him back 8 yards that time on 2nd down.
So, Brandon, we sat in with a lot of coaches, and when they talk about things they want to accomplish offensively, I'm not sure that sack and sack are on their play sheet.
From deep in their own territory, they look to throw. Taking it right down Broadway.
He's on his way.
They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
They made that way too easy for them. No one is supposed to be that open against an NFL defense. Once he caught the ball, there wasn't anybody close enough to stop him. And he was able to continue downfield after making the catch.
Come on, set. Viking,
They'll throw with Penix. And it's caught. Touchdown, Falcons. Kyle Pitts with now his second touchdown of this third quarter. And the Falcons are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. Extra point splits the uprights. And the lead drops from 34 down to 27. I guess the last score wasn't enough for them. They want more. Here comes an onside kick. And the Vikings able to recover. The hands team does its job. The risk reward of the onside kick. When you don't get it, the risk comes out to play. And here they gave up great field position.
And that's the key to everything, because you're trying your best to press advantages when you have them. And field position leads you to that type of play calling. And whether you want to blitz or whether you want to throw the ball deep, those types of things, now that they've given up that type of field position, the advantage is switched to their opponent.
Throw left side complete. That's Walker. Only able to gain a couple there. And it's second down.
2 yards on the pickup.
So both offenses come to life here in this third quarter as this is shaping up for a good finish. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Second down and 8. In motion, the tight end. To the air with McCarthy. And he's got his big tight end here. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 17 yards, first down, Vikings.
And the Vikings first down.
70 Lions. Let's go.
Now McCarthy. To the left side, he gets this one to Ibuka. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20.
Partner, I know we're still in the afternoon slate here. Some primetime games still on the docket, but it's going to be tough to top this effort. What an offensive performance we have seen. They have been unstoppable from the moment we began this game, and they're not holding back. They're still throwing the football here in the fourth.
They certainly are, and let me tell you something. If you're old school, you don't like this at all. But in today's football, you just go ahead and savor it. Watch a team execute at a high level. Doesn't matter what the scoreboard says.
60 Bison.
Throwing again, McCarthy. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. And this is going to be intercepted. Weaving through traffic, and now he's free. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Falcon defense. Has a touchdown.
Well, no surprise to see that one, partner. The league's #1 defense coming through with a huge pick six.
And it's plays like that one that have made them the most feared group to face this year. Offenses, they're trying to figure out how to work around them rather than work through them. Big-time impact playmakers scattered throughout the unit on every level, and they can change a game at a moment's notice.
Extra point right down the middle. And the lead now down to 20.
Falcons 21.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30.
The Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And that pick six a moment ago doesn't change things too much. They still seem pretty comfortable with a 3-possession fourth-quarter lead. Inside the 20. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Kenneth Walker, his 3rd rushing touchdown of the year. And the Vikings add on to their lead, and they appear poised to break this long losing streak.
Makes the score
Point after, right down the middle.
Falcons
And that stretches
21.
the lead all the way up to 27.
Will Reichard to kick off for the Vikings.
Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings boom it away. And all in all, a pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. They'll mark him down officially at the 34.
At their own 34-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. They were coming off the extra week of rest, but this team started sluggish, and it really didn't get any better from there. And trailing big here in this fourth quarter. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Loss of a yard brings up 2nd and 11 at the 33-yard line.
Robinson with another carry. And this defense able to plug him up there as he'll get a yard to the 35.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one, and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
Robinson, he'll try the left side. And a nice job there defensively. They get him to the ground short of the first, right around the 42. That'll be good for 6, but now it's 4th down. This late in the game, Charles, I think you maybe seriously have to think about going for it.
Especially where they are in terms of field position, because this is almost like no man's land. Might hurt your punter because there might not be enough space, maybe too far for your field goal kicker. I'm like the old rule. Possession is 9/10 of the law.
Bijan Robinson, 58 yards. And the Falcons get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this fourth-quarter deficit. Extra point splits the uprights. And the lead now down to 20.
Falcons 28.
So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. And the Vikings able to recover. The hands team does its job. Now they're down big here in the 4th. They had to try the onside kick. Can't fault them for the effort at least.
No, you can't at all. And if nothing else, now you've put something that you're trying to practice, right, that you've worked on into a game situation, and now you can go back and dissect it. So if you need it again sometime, maybe you'll find a better way to do it. But, yeah, this game's pretty much done for them.
Walker now in 1st and 10. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. When this offense gathers to watch the tape, they're going to like a lot of what they saw. They put up big numbers, but they might fast forward through that last play.
Oh, there won't be any fast forwarding, partner. I've sat in those sessions before. You end up spending more time on the bad plays than you do on the good ones. It's just the nature of coaches. But I know sitting in that room, when you've had a big game, the night that they've had, you don't want to hear that. You just want to focus on the good stuff.
Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. Looking to throw McCarthy. This one brought in by Jefferson. And I don't think he got there, no. He's short by maybe a foot, maybe. Call it 4th and inches. And this defense here going to burn their 2nd timeout. But you can also factor in another timeout that they'll get when the clock stops at the 2-minute warning. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th.
They'll indeed go. Here's McCarthy. He's got his target. That's complete.
And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway.
Here's Walker. And he is not going to go anywhere. They're going to get to him behind the line, and that is going to get us to the 2-minute warning.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair.
Again, Walker.
And he's brought down right at the 5-yard line. Give him 2 on the play. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go.
A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal.
They'll try and run some clock here as they'll keep it on the ground. And they will take this one into the end zone for a Viking touchdown. A 5-yard touchdown run.
And the Vikings look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this 4th quarter.
The Vikings leave the offense on the field as they're going to line up and go for 2.
The Vikings will line up for the 2.
The quarterback will keep it himself. And he is not going to get in there. He stops short of the goal line, and the lead is going to stay right where it is. Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings boom it away.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
On second down, another shot for Robinson.
And they'll get him down up past the 15, just shy of the 20.
95 yards on the ground for him now as he's done that on 15 carries.
We've seen him break off a big run already in this game, and for a second, that one looked like it might be another.
Yeah, I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let him get to the second level because sometimes he'll break off the big run on his own, but oftentimes you get additional blocking at the second level, which gets you deeper into the secondary.
A solid run on first down, gain of 7, leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Man, these guys may not win this ball game, but you certainly can't fault the effort of this man here today. He's been a real thorn in their sides all afternoon. And that last carry puts him over the 100-yard mark.
And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. 14 yards there and a Falcon first down.
14 yards. And the Falcons first down.
A give left side to Robinson. And some nifty running here as he'll take this across midfield and down to the 47. Well, this was a fun one today if you like points. A lot of them went on the board. Both offenses were clicking. Charles, these defenses, meanwhile, have a little something to clean up before their next contest.